camera. Your mind will not go blank. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for this answer. Hina ma'am is also wants to answer this question. Yes, Hina ma'am, what will be your answer?
Thank you so much, Yamshi ma'am. So my mind goes blank. This is a very common problem. Even I have faced this problem. And trust me, at initial stage, this happened with everybody, and it's natural and it's okay. It's totally okay. Make mistake. Don't fear to make mistake. It's totally okay. And on day zero, Amit sir told you that at one time you can make 15 mistakes. It's totally okay. And see, uh, every master was once a disaster. Not nobody was born perfect. Nobody got their fluency from their birth. We are Indian. We don't have that. English is not our native language. So yes, it's a common problem. All you need to do is keep making your videos. Give your 21 videos, and this problem will be solved by this method. That is, just keep doing the 15-minute process for the 21 days. So yeah, this is the
Yes,
solution for
that
my
was an awesome response, Hina. Thank you so much. The other point of looking at it is, I think if you're starting with a process, show me one child who has not fallen down before he started walking. So it's a natural process. If when you start walking, your legs will tremble. You see those small kids when they start to stand for the first time, their legs are trembling. So does it mean that he should stop or she should? So it's a natural process. It will happen. The first, I know, as Hina said, the first video will be bad. It has been bad for the even the world's best YouTubers, for the world's best bloggers. So everybody goes through that particular phase. So if you're going through that particular phase, congratulations, welcome to the club. This is what we want you to do, because this is flexing your muscles, this is exercising your speaking muscles, and that will give you fluency. So do not worry, it's absolutely normal. Everybody has to go through this process before they become fluent. So if you are not, having that confidence in front of the camera, it's absolutely normal. What is more important right now, as is Hina said, is do not stop right now. It will happen. Do not stop. Continue for 7 days, continue for 12 days, continue for 21 days, and then see the difference, and then see the confidence inside of you. So that is the answer, I guess, that would have satisfied. Now, coming to the next question. Yes, Yamshi, over to you.
Yes, sir. Our next question is, when accountability partners call, I feel stressed. So for this question, I would request to Shabnam ma'am, please answer this question.
I think this is an elevation, Shabnam.
Yes,
This
sir.
should happen. They should be feeling comfortable with the accountability partners. Accountability partners, I think this is a feedback that we should be upping our game. We should be changing our game. We should be making it, not task-oriented thing, but we should be trying to be friends with them and let them chat with us, interact with us, and let us make it very, very kind of easy. Shabnam, over to you. So how can we
Yes, sir.
remove
Like what I do
accountability partners?
when I call the people, I talk with them. I have a very casual talk that what you are doing, how was your day, how many videos till now you have made. All these talks I do. So that the reason is that I want to do a friendship also, and I want to make the other person comfortable also. So. As an expert, I call them, but I don't talk on the basis of topic only. I talk on the basis of the casual day or the day routine. I ask that how are you, how was your day, all these questions, very common type of questions I ask, so that they are comfortable. So as you are having a problem when accountability department calls you, why? Because you are unable to frame your sentences, and the reason is that you're not practicing in as in starting age. It happens that you are unable to speak. I was also, when I was also a beginner, when I was also learning, I also faced the same problem, that somebody used to call me, or when somebody used to talk to me, I was unable to speak. I felt very nervous, I felt very stressed that how I will talk, what I will talk. So don't worry, by the time gradually gradually changes will happen and gradually magic will happen. You just focus on the video making, the RSLW method, and do the practice and be regular to the process. That's it. And I would like to just convey the message to the accountability department also, that when they are calling, try to make them comfortable by talking just casual talks, have a casual talks, and then move to the topic. Thank you, Yamshi. Over to you.
That is one more observation. I feel people are also under guilt. So all those people who are having that fear of receiving a call, I feel they are under guilt because maybe they have not done their task, and maybe they know when accountability partner will call will come to the task. How many videos have you made? I think that's a constant question. Are you making
Yes,
videos?
sir.
Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
think
This
that
may be the
also is
question.
playing in the mind of the learner that if the accountability partner has called, he or she will be asking for that hafta, you can call it. Have you done your video? So that is kind of intimidating. So the accountability partner, all of you, I think you should be taking charge now to build a relationship first, maybe, and maybe make them feel realize that it is very easy. And on the part of the learner, this is very important. Do not have that guilt. If you have not made 10 videos, we are okay with it. If you have not made 15 videos in one stretch, we are okay with it. At least do the talking. So video making is just one of the ways of reaching to your fluency very, very fast. We have other methods also. So do not feel guilt. Do not feel bad that you have not done A and you will not be getting the results. You will be getting the results because we are doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There are multiple number of methods in which we are doing RSLW. So do not worry about that task if you have not done. So remove the fear, because if you remove the fear, if you fear the doctor, if you go to a doctor and if you fear that the doctor will, maybe kill you with his medicine, if you have that kind of a fear, then your particular problem will not get cured, because this is a problem you have come here with. You've come here with the problem of English spoken fluency, and we are trying to cure that, and the accountability partners are somewhere the kind of doctors who are helping you. So if you fear the doctor, God save you. Your English is not going to improve. So very, very important that you do not fear. Try to make friends with those accountability partners. If you're having any issues with the accountability partners, please get back to Shreya ma'am. We'll change your accountability partner. But please remove the fear, because if you have fear of accountability partners, you will have fear of English also, and your English will not improve. So remove that fear. We are trying to be your language parents. We are trying to be your friends. We are not here for tasking you. We are not a taskmaster over here. कि ये किया कि नहीं किया तो सजाए मौत. No, nothing of that sort. We are very comfortable because we know there are a lot of things in our kitty A, B, C, D, E, F, G which can improve your English, which can improve your RSLW. Okay, so we have multiple number of things. Do not have this fear. Okay, over to you once again, Yamshi.
Okay, sir. So next question is, my English could not improve in 5, 10, 15 years. How can this method solve in just 21 days? So for this question, I would like to call Vikas sir, because you have graduated from here. So sir, what will be your answer?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is very interesting question. Like I am also like I have the fear. Like I am a Hindi medium student, and I was my schooling all schooling in Hindi medium. How I can speak English? How like I have been 12 years, spent my 12 years in Hindi medium, and I have very strong fear. Like I can't speak English, single word of English. But when I enter MMDC club and follow the process, video making and RSLW method, believe me, I am confident and I am very happy for the result. Thank you for this question, ma'am, and I am very happy for my result. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for this answer. Yes, now I would like to call Hina ma'am.
Thank you, Yamshi ma'am. The question is very interesting. Like my English is not improved in 10 years. So how it will be improved in 21 days? So the answer is, for the 10 years, you was following the traditional method of spoken English. That is just doing the grammar thing apart from practice, which is the most important thing, that is speaking, which you was not doing. But in MMDC, for 21 days, you are following a very smart method, that is of directly without any grammar, you are doing the practice. The most important thing, you are speaking here. you are getting an exposure for RSLW. So in the here we have in this meet we have like 40 to 43 people, but I guess nobody is using Nokia 330, that phone. Now everybody is using the smartphone. Similarly, for 10 years you was you was doing the traditional method, you was following a traditional method which was not working, but now you are following a very smart method. So in this 21 day, if you are dedication, if you are dedicated person, if you are consistent, you will improve in 21 days. And for the proof, on YouTube we have 100 plus success stories, and I can say I'm one of them who improved my English in just 21 days. So that's the answer from my side, Yamshi ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. What an amazing answer you have given to our learners. Thank you so much for your support as well. So moving to next question. Next question is, I am confident in MMDC, but when I start to speak with other outside, I feel nervous. So for this question, I would again request to Shabnam ma'am, please answer this question.
Yes, this question, like when people of MMDC calls you or when they talk to you, you're comfortable with them. Why? Because you know them very nicely. This is the reason. And when you talk to the other people, you have a fear in your mind that what the person will think, what kind of response I will get from the person. So this kind of thoughts which is there in your mind, that makes you feel a fear and have a stress in your mind, and you are unable to speak, because when fear is inside your mind and when stress is inside your mind, you are unable to speak nicely. So this is the reason why it is happening. So but try to use your vocabulary, try to use your speaking method here. Why? Because you have got a platform to speak. Take an initiative to summarize the room, take an initiative to talk in the main hall. Okay, the more you will speak, the more practice you will do, and the more practice you will do, so one day it will come when you will talk to the other people also. You will not feel nervous, and casually you will talk. Because what happens when a child grows, he talks, he breaks the word and talks at home only. He's not comfortable with the other person, outsiders person. But later on, when he speaks the language, he understands everything, and he talks to the other person, means the other family members also, when he meets, when he is able to speak nicely. So this will happen with you all also, that when you will be able to speak nicely, when you will use your stage, because you have got a stage, you have got an environment, try to use more, as much as you can. So the day when you will understand everything, the day when you will learn everything, the day when you it will come when you will be speaking to everyone. So you will not have fear from outsiders also now, nor from the people whom you are comfortable with. Over to you, Amshu.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. So moving to next question now. Next question is, will my English improve after 21 days? So for this question, I would request you to again, Shabnam ma'am, please answer this question.
Yes, Yamshi. Like see in 21 days we cannot MMDC doesn't give a challenge, that it is a challenge, okay? And in this challenge, it's, we are not saying that you will become a very good communicator, very fluent speaker, but yes, I can assure you that when you will follow the process, 21 days of process, the RSLW method, the video making method, and if you are regular to the process, if you are regular to the 9:15 meet, you will definitely become a good communicator. I will not say that a fluent speaker, but yes, you will become a good communicator, because after 21 days of challenge, we give an interview, we take an interview, and in that interview, people, there are many videos, you can go in the YouTube, you can check how many interviews have been taken in MMDC and how fluently and how nicely they have communicated, how nicely they have given their interviews. So they are the proof. Okay, you can check that how many people, like for example, the person who has raised the question now, it will happen like tomorrow, Sangeeta ma'am is there, her 21 days has been completed, and tomorrow she is giving an interview. You can see, you can watch how nicely she is talking. The day when she came in MMDC, she was unable to speak a single word, but now she is speaking so nicely, and tomorrow is her interview. So please do watch her interview tomorrow, because tomorrow you can see that how she has done, how she was consistent to the process, how she has followed the process so nicely. If you follow the process, you will definitely, we assure you that you will, in 21 days you will become a good speaker. I will not say the very fluent speaker, because to get into a language it will take time, because everything happens gradually. All of sudden magic doesn't happen.
Thank you again, Shabnam ma'am, for your answer. So now we have an interesting question, which is
Not
asking
unmuting
like,
myself, Yanti. I'm not muting myself. I'm unmuted only. If you want to ask the other question, I can answer.
okay. Actually, BN Malik sir is asking that there is not necessary to talk about any selective topics. It may be any matters what is presently thinking of any participant. So, Amit sir, would you like to answer this question?
I did not get the question itself. What is the question? I think he has asked
Sir,
two questions.
yes, sir.
Malik sir, I think you have asked two questions. Malik sir, can you unmute yourself? Yes, sir. Malik sir, are you there? BN Malik?
Yes, sir. I'm audible.
Yes. Yes, you're audible. Go ahead. Ask your question,
Uh,
sir, please.
yes, sir. Actually, I want to say that because I am a serviceman, so in a big company, so I have no such time to study the materials and so that others, RSLW and etc. and making video. It is so many teeny time is there for me in a day. So I
Right.
think it will better too, and I have requested to all participants and also accountability partners. Maybe they can give me 5 minutes for every day, or so many multiple call can be there, so that the this in between this calling and conversation, I have to improve myself. It will better. Otherwise, I cannot improve myself, sir. And maybe there is a no selected subject is not required. Maybe any subject, any matters. At present, he is thinking of a participants, because our motto is speaking in English. Because so it can be any subject, any matter. What he is thinking presently. So this is the matter, and I need your suggestion, sir.
Okay, so I'll do what I did last time also. I did the same to you. If I do a scorecard of how you have just spoken right now, I guess most of the people
Yes,
over
sir.
here will give you 98, 100, maybe 110 of how well you spoke, how fluently you spoke.
Yeah.
So there was already some,
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
good amount of communication inside of you already present. We just polished it that we had answered last meeting also. That is number one. Number two is look at the number of people we are trying to serve. So we are not here for, maybe this might sound odd or rude to some of you, but please try to understand from the point of view of MMDC, okay? From the point of view
Yes,
of
sir.
MMDC. So we
Yes,
want
sir.
to be a value, creator in the life of the learners. So if you go
Yes,
to
sir.
any other coaching platform across India, we have had learners, who have come and given us a feedback that, sir, you are charging so very less. At 99
Yes, sir.
rupees, we give the 3-day workshop, and 1199, we give the entire 21-day fluency. So many learners have become fluent at 1199. And if you look at the market rate, sometimes it is even upwards of 15,000. We have a coaching institute
No,
sitting
no,
in
no. Yes,
Calcutta.
I know. I know. I accept it,
And
sir.
that's what I'm saying, sir. So because we have to operate at an economies of scale, so we have multiple number of students. So every particular
Yeah,
accountability
yeah,
partner in
yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me.
that is
yes, sir.
a level-wise problem. Okay, so yeah. Okay, fine. So the thing is, it's a level-wise problem, so it's not possible. Yes, we have a level 3 program also. So maybe you can join that particular program where we will try to increase. But at this price point, it's very difficult for us to do the calculations. Okay, so that is the second
Okay,
point. The
no problem.
third point is any topic. I totally appreciate that point, sir. But my submission to you on this point also, sir, you do not require that. You don't even require the level 3 program. I think you are
Yes.
improving by leaps and bounds, even with the
Yes, sir.
limited amount of.
I know that I have so much improved
You want to take it
after
even better?
joining this platform,
Yes,
and this
yes.
platform is very essential. And I am also I agreed that it is possible to get fluency by 21 days. But
Even
but
I,
I have no time, sir, and I
even,
am also over. I have also over 1 month, so that some
Mhm,
improvement is having
mhm.
my speaking in my speaking. So
Sir, I think you're perfectly ready for the interview part of it. And trust me, when you start your interview process, when you give a date to Hina ma'am,
okay, sir.
we'll increase the
Okay,
number
sir.
of calls. Okay, if you give a call, if you confirm a date that next Sunday you'll be giving
Okay, sir.
your interview, from the next day onwards, I think 4 or 5 people of our team will be calling you every day for 10 to 15
Okay,
minutes
sir.
for the
Okay,
next
sir.
10 days. If you
I'm
confirm a
ready
date.
for the next week for the
Hina,
interview.
you've got Hina, ma'am, you've got your candidate. Okay, so BN Malik sir is ready, and his number of calls will also increase. And coming back to the topic that you had raised about the kind of topics that we choose, I think yes, your point is very valid, sir. That if we have multiple number of topics to interact on,
Yes.
you will just become a dynamite in yourself, because this is what people are looking for. If you have a
Yes.
knowledge of multiple number of topics, you become an asset communicator to anybody. So you just
Yes, sir.
improve your communication, your fluency, and you also create better impression in an interview or otherwise. So you
Thank
should
you,
be
sir.
having multiple number of knowledge, knowledge points. So that is a point well taken, sir, and that is why we keep on trying to focus on multiple number of topics. We have around 50, 60 topics that we try to focus on. But
Yes,
yes,
sir.
the point is validly taken. So, Hina, I think you have got your answer, and she has already taken acknowledgement of that, sir. So maybe next week will be the entire of the MMDC family will be witnessing you giving your interview in style, obviously, and your number of calls will increase from tomorrow onwards for sure.
Thank you,
When you
sir.
have for the interview, okay, fine. So,
Thank you, sir.
time now for Yamshi to come up once again. Yes, Yamshi, over to you.
Yes, sir. Our next question is asking by Naveen Kumar, sir. He is asking that how do we get to know whether we are improving or not? So, Sujal, sir, would you like to answer this question?
Yes, sure, ma'am. Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir. You are perfectly audible.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So I think that's nobody can measure. Like if you are comparing, like if you are a day zero person, you just started and you just started comparing with how APs speak, how Amit's are speaking in meet. So you are doing very wrong thing. Like some people I talk who are in day zero, and when I was in day zero, my in MMDC 21 day challenge, when I was in day zero, then I could not talk properly, like not talk in this fluent. I'm not like this. Okay. But after when I completed my 21 days, my fluency is getting better. Even after 21 days, my fluency is getting better day by day. So that's a very wrong thing. If you are in a race, then compare with your participant, not go for another race. Like everyone is running in another race. If you just started, then compare the person who are just in your race, like the person who has just started with you. Don't compare with your like me, like Amit sir, like anybody whose English is very good. So that's not a way. Like you never measure potato in liters, you go for kilo. Or you never measure water in kilos, you go for liter. So that's a concept. I hope I answered. That's a very short answer.
Uh,
Yes,
yeah, I
that
would
was
like to
amazing.
ask
Yes,
a
Shabnam. Yes,
question.
Shabnam.
Yes, the question was that how I can recognize that I have improved or not. So the answer is that every means in an interval like 2 days or 3 days, accountability department and experts are calling you. Now here, when you are giving your videos, we are encouraging you. We are giving a praise for you that yes, sir, you have done a great job. Your video was amazing. So when we will be encouraging you, when we will be praising you through our comments, what we will be giving you, that will make you feel that yes, you are improving. And every now and then, accountability department and experts are after you all only, because the videos, the summarization which you are sending, We all are watching that videos, and we all are keeping a track of that, and we are that is the reason why we have kept our performer of the day every day. So this how you can know that yes, you are improving. And in the main hall meet also, if you're coming, if you're speaking over here in front of so many people, or in the breakout room also, if you're speaking, so accountability department experts are over there to recognize you, to give a comment, to give a praise to you. Yes, you have done a good job, sir. Yes, you have done a great job, ma'am. So we all are always there to raise you up. So when we will be praising you, when we will be commenting on you, you will be able to know, yes, we are raising up. Okay. So this how you can understand that yes, I'm improving.
I'll
Thank
take
you.
it.
Shona ma'am, may I add one more point?
Yes,
Yes,
of course.
please.
Okay. So Naveen sir, if you really want to know that you are improving or not, just compare your first video to your seventh video, and your seventh video to your 14th video, and of course to your 14th video, your 21 video. There you will see a major changes. You will see how fluent you are speaking. Okay. First I was fumbling. Maybe I was doing so much mistake. At first I was taking like 4 to 5 shots, but after like one or two, just in 1 or 2 take, I was able to make videos. So these things, the video making is itself says that how much improvement you have done. So thank you so much, Shabna ma'am.
And thank you so much, Sina. You have added a very nice point.
Yes,
You
I
have
think
given
I would like to summarize the entire thing. Number one, Naveen, is don't compare yourself to others. As Sujal said, don't compare. An apple can be compared only with an apple. Don't compare apple to oranges. That's a very valid point. Number one is that. Number two, as Hina said, compare yourself to your own version. Your day 0 with day 7, with your day 7 with day 14, and day 14 with day 21, you will be able to see the changes. The second thing is that it's not possible that we measure your fluency in percentage. Kash hota to de dete. Nahi possible hai. We cannot do it, okay? That we cannot measure anybody's fluency in 21 days. Okay, the point is, if we had that particular percentage, we would have become a roaring success across India, because it's very easy to measure your marks in a CBSE plus 2 examination of how many marks you scored out of 100 in mathematics. It is not possible to measure fluency like that. And we are looking for, maybe if you can suggest something, please suggest us. We are looking for that particular point. That's not possible. Okay. Now, coming to the next point, if you are having your own doubts in your mind, how well I'm improving, yes or not, we have one particular system. We have Shreya ma'am. You can just message her, and we'll arrange a call back from our expert side. So maybe Shabnam will give a call, or maybe I will give a call, just to find out how you are growing. That is possible, highly, highly possible. We'll give you a call maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday. We'll do that. Okay. So every week, just try to find out how well you have improved. If you want to do that, just put a message to Shreya ma'am, 9031040330. Just WhatsApp her, and she will arrange a call back from the experts of our family. That is point number 3. The last one is very interesting. Now, you know what happens? Sometimes we are not able to find out our own progress. It's very difficult. Suppose I join a gym, my favorite example, because I'm looking for a six pack, which is not coming. Okay. So my favorite example is a gym. So I go to a gym and I start working out day 1, day 2, day 3, for 1 week, for 15 days, for 30 days. So I'm seeing my body on a daily basis in the mirror. Maybe I will not be able to find out any changes which has happened. But when I go back to my grandmother after 1 month, imagine, to my grandmother or to my uncle's place, they will find the changes inside of me, that my body has changed. I have lost some facial fat or fat from some of the portions of my body. I will not be able to see that thing. The other people will be able to see that thing. So somewhere it's very, very essential that you do not measure yourself. It's very difficult for you to find out. So ask for people around you who will be able to give you a better feedback. So if you have started receiving compliments from your society, from your friends, from your family members, there are so many learners in our system who receive compliments, and they come back to, we have a favorite question also. Amit Mehta's favorite question is, how many compliments have you received in the last 21 days? What am I doing? I'm just asking people to find out how many compliments, because these compliments are feedback from other people that yes, you have improved. You were a different version earlier, now you have improved. So these are multiple number of things that you can keep in mind, and you can start measuring your own success over a period of time, over the 21-day journey. So there are 2 to 3 points that we have given you. You can just start using them and start improving even to the next level. Yamshi, over to you once again.
Yes, thank you, sir. I hope, Naveen sir, you got your answer and you are satisfied now from these answers. So
Yes,
moving,
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I just want to thanks everyone who have just given their suggestions. And yes, Amit sir very eloquently explained this scenario, right? So I'm grateful, and I will try to follow these suggestions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
okay,
Thank you, Naveen. Okay. Yes, Yamshi, over. Continue.
yes, sir. We are moving to next question now. So Shakti sir is asking that how to talk clearly without any trouble. Fluency is other hand, but clarity is important to speak any language. So basically, the question is how we can talk English with clarity. So Shabnam ma'am, please answer this question.
Yes, Jamshid, the question is that how we can talk with clarity. Sir,
Yes.
if I say again, I would like to give an example that if you are a beginner, if you are a starter, it will take time. You need to have do practice. You have to follow the process nicely, and then only the clarity and the fluency can come. It cannot happen in one day. It will not happen in. I will not say the clarity can come in 21 days. Also, it will take time, but yes, if you are regular, if you are following all the process nicely, you will definitely get the clarity and the fluency which you want. But it needs only practice. If I give an example of a small child who has taken birth at my home, if he's 1 year, he starts speaking, but he is not having the clarity in his words. But later on, when he is of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, then the clarity comes. And ultimately, when the child goes to a school, then he has a fluency in his language, what the mother tongue he is having, and he or she speaks very nicely. So it happens with the time only, as the time pass and as the practice you are doing. So it will happen gradually. It cannot happen in 1 or 2 days. I cannot say that it can happen in 1 or 2 days. A language, if you are learning, any language we can learn in a very short period. It can happen, but fluency and clarity, if you want, it needs times and practice. The more you do practice, the more you will reach your goal in a very early time.
Okay, I'll take it from here now. Very important question. How will you develop clarity? Because people want this clarity. I see so many speakers speaking over here, but I love the way Naveen Kanduri speaks, because he speaks with clarity. Whatever he speaks is very, very easy for the other person to digest. Okay, he does not speak very, very fast. He speaks with immense amount of clarity. So when Naveen Kanduri is speaking, many of the times you can imagine in your mind what is actually happening in Naveen's mind. So that is the point of clarity. How do we reach over there? Now I'll give you an example of cycling. Remember the first time you started cycling. Okay, you are so much focused on ABC: accelerator, brake, clutch. You are initially so much focused on these things that you are not maybe focusing on other things at all. So while you were learning the cycling for the first time, the first 7 days, 10 days, initial ones, you might not be looking at the nearby stores, left side, right side. You would not be looking. Be totally focused on what? On the cycling part, on the ABC. But if you look at your cycling right now, after maybe a month, after maybe 2 months, you are looking left and right, you're driving with only one hand, maybe you're putting your leg on the particular cycle handles, and still the vehicle is moving ahead. So this is possible in layers. So I keep on telling you, all of you, we have told you in the 3-day workshop, in the 21-day journey also, that think of communication, the way I'm speaking right now, as a burger. Okay, so there is a foundation. The foundation is fluency. And on top of it, if you look at week 1 is all about fluency. And what do we do in week 2? We try to give you communication secrets. That how do you communicate? If you go to the online channel link which Shreya ma'am would have sent to all of you, we have kept it purposefully in that order. First week is majorly about fluency. about giving you the foundational concepts. When we move to week number 2, that is about communication secrets of what is the meaning of communication. How do we communicate properly? Why is listening so very important compared to speaking? Okay, then we talk about a lot of various amounts of secrets of body language, hand gesticulation. Maybe we also talk about how to use pace and volume up and down. So we give you so much of communication. Next week, week number 3 is about interviews. So after you complete your interview, in the interview week also, we focus a lot on body language. We focus. So what are we doing? We are telling you indirectly or directly that there are multiple layers to a communicator. And as Shabna ma'am told, yes, it is not possible in 21 days. For some of you who have covered a little bit of journey earlier, maybe yes, even in 21 days, but for most of you, it will be difficult. Like for me, I had a very big problem. I'm very impatient in my life. Otherwise, so what happens is when I start speaking, I tend to speak very, very fast. But then I learned a word, which is called decadence, decadence. So I started using that particular word. I saw purposefully, sometimes you'll find that I take a pause, like this one. I just took a pause. Why am I doing it? I'm letting the other person digest whatever I have said. Once again, I took a pause. Why am I doing it? I learned these tricks over time. Now, if you're listening to me right now, maybe you're noting these points down, and maybe you'll start using this in your communication next time. So what are you doing? You're learning the tips and tricks of the trade one by one. It cannot happen, in one day. Like just imagine I go to a college and I say I want to pursue my graduation degree. So can I do it, the 3-year course? I buy all the books in one day and I read the exam, I read the entire book course in 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 7 days, and I give the exam in 7 days. Is it possible? No. There is a structure to it. There is a process to it. It takes 9 months for a baby to come out, deliver. That's called the gestation period, because otherwise it will be premature. In a similar way, communication is also like building layer above the layer. So once your burger is ready, it will be very, very tasty, and you will enjoy the success because you created this particular burger of communication. So just work on that, and I think definitely you will be able to achieve that result. Yamshi, over to you once again.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So we have next question that Aryan sir is asking. I can't deliver my thoughts how I imagine. I think I can do nicely before I talk, but after my speech, I am not satisfied. So basically, he wants to ask that I can't deliver my thoughts properly, what I think. I have lots of words in my mind, but I can't able to speak properly. So, Shabnam ma'am.
I will take it. I will take it. I
Oh,
will take it.
okay,
There are
okay,
two
sir.
things that we have told you already. Okay. For who had asked this question? Missed his name. Sorry.
Aryan sir.
Aryan. Aryan. So it's very, very important. No, I told you in the 3-day workshop also, and also in the 21-day journey. Look at Lata Mangeshkar. So Lata Mangeshkar used to practice even at the age of 75. For most of you, you have not done your practice. आपने रियाज नहीं किया है. अगर आपने रियाज नहीं किया, if you're not done your रियाज, ultimately your final singing will not be looking that great. So what is the riyaz part of it? We have said output happens at 2 levels. If you want to create English, you can do it at 2 levels. Level number 1 is where you write your ideas. So पहला तो ये काम करना, वो लेवल नंबर 1 है कि पहला तो ये काम करो कि जो आपके दिमाग में है, whatever is there in your head, can you write down that on a piece of paper clearly? That is level number 1. Okay, and then you go to level number 2, because that is what I said. It's a process. It will be a step-by-step process. So first thing first, you have to ensure that whatever is there in your mind, you're able to bring that on a piece of paper. Is that possible? Can you, put all your ideas in 200 words only, not 1,000 words? There are so many people who struggle to tell their ideas in less number of words. It's very difficult for them. But once you master that, it will take time. It will not happen instantly. It will take time. But that is the step number 1. And then you go to step number 2, where you speak your ideas out. Now, if you look at effective communication, I think Shabnam ma'am covered this today in that bank wire example in the offline class. I'll give you all the particular concept, what is there. So if Amit Mehta wants to communicate whatever is there in my mind, so that the same idea, whatever I'm having in my mind, is conveyed to you, that will be effective communication. So suppose I want to transfer 100 rupees from my mind to all of your mind, all 39 people's mind right now. If I'm able to convey, if I'm able to relay this 100 rupees and all of you have received 100 rupees in your mind, then that is effective communication. But that takes a lot of time, that takes a lot of energy, effort, and a lot of variables are involved. So you have to understand barriers of communication. So there can be multiple number of barriers. So that's a topic for a separate. I think that topic is already covered in the video which Shreya ma'am link has she has given you, the self-paced learning link. Go to that particular link. We have covered barriers of communication. Now, for many of you, the when you're trying to speak your mind, you're not able to speak your mind properly because of so many factors. So what are those barriers? If you understand that, once you know the problems कि किस चीज से नहीं जा रहा है, तो आप काम कर सकते हैं कि ठीक है, how do I ensure that the entire money 100 rupees goes from my mind to your mind. But if you do not understand the barriers, it will become a very difficult topic. So what can be the possible barriers? Right, look at it right now. If I was standing in front of you and was explaining the same concept to you, you would have understood it 10 times, 20 times, 30 times better. Why? Because of body language. Right now, whatever I'm talking, you're not able to understand, maybe because you're not able to see me, because you're not able to see my body language, because there is no eye contact between you and me. This is also a probable barrier. Right now, I'm speaking to you over a geo network. Maybe the geo network is down. So maybe because of that also, I'm not able to convey my ideas to you. So first thing first, if you want to convey your ideas, number one is start putting it down on a piece of paper. That is one. The second thing is go and deliver it to the person and try to ensure that you remove as many barriers as is possible. When you remove majority of the barriers, your communication will be 100% effective. And then you can say, with confidence that yes, I was trying to give 100 rupees and 100 rupees has gone. Even the best of best speakers are not able to convey that 100 from their mind to the other mind. And that is why you look at so many meetings you go where the chief guest is speaking and most of the people in the room are sleeping. Why does that happen? It happens because they are not effective communicators. So maybe only 60 rupees is going. In that case, the people will be sleeping in the audience. But once the connection is proper, when the message is proper, then you will find that the room is enjoying the conversation, enjoying the presentation. Okay, I hope I have answered. If anybody wants to add, Shabnam, Hina, you can add to this particular point, or else let's move to the next question. Yes, Yamshi.
Okay. So, sir, we have a next very interesting question. As we keeps on saying without grammar, we can speak fluent English. So, Dhananjay sir is asking that without grammar, how would you say that I speak correct English? And without vocabulary, how can we speak English? And without tenses, how would you tell that how we express past, present, and future? So, Shabnam ma'am, would you answer this question?
Yes, Yamshi. Sir, the question that you were saying that how it's possible. In the 3-day workshop only, we have given a clarity that yes, it's possible without grammar also. English is possible. I would to give you example that when you were 1 year old in your childhood, the language which you have learned, that the mother tongue which you have learned in the starting period, you were breaking your words and you were speaking, right? And later on you started to frame a sentence and you spoke the word which your mother tongue, exactly the language which the environment at your home was speaking. Did you have the grammar book of that? If you were Bengali, if you were Marathi, if you were any language, whichever language you were speaking, did you got the grammar book at the age of 2 or 3 when you were speaking so nicely your mother tongue? At the age of 3 or 4, a child speaks so nicely a mother tongue, whatever mother tongue he or she is having. So, had you holded the grammar book in your hand? No, we have not holded the grammar book in our hand. But still, we have learned that language. How? Because we were listening, and 1 year we observed. A child observes 1 year, whole year a child observes, listen to the mother, listen to the family, and then the next year the person or the child speaks up. How? by observing, by listening. At that time, we don't get a grammar book. माँ का जो लैंग्वेज रहता है, मदर टंग जो रहता है, हिंदी रहता है, इंग्लिश रहता है, उसका ग्रामर बुक हमारे हाथ में नहीं मिलता है बच्चों को. बट कैसे सीख जाते हैं? How that can be possible? It is possible. That is why we say in MMDC that without grammar also you can learn English. It's possible.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Repeat the
And
question, Yamshi, once again. I think there are two questions hidden over there. It's not one question, there are two questions. Can you repeat the question?
yes, sir, the question is how we can learn English without grammar and tenses.
And vocabulary was also there, right? That
Yes,
was
yes,
that
yes,
was one.
sir.
So
Yes.
I think number one, yes, we cannot work without vocabulary. Right now, when I'm speaking, I'm using a lot of words. Okay. And these are not the words of Oxford English Dictionary. These are not very difficult words. I hope everybody in this room is able to understand all these words. I'm not using any fancy words or any very very difficult words. That is number one. So vocabulary is required. It's not possible with zero vocabulary. But yes, the number of words is very very less. But when you buy a dictionary, there's a very big problem. People feel that I have to read the entire dictionary. No, with only 800 to 1,000 words, you can be able to manage the entire of conversation. Look at the way I'm managing this conversation with a very very few number of words. That is number one. Number two, coming to the grammar part of it, I think we have told it multiple number of times, but this question will keep on coming. I think for the next 10 years, 20 years, maybe till the point MMDC makes everybody understand in India that yes, it is possible without grammar. Till that point, it will keep on coming. Why does this question keep on coming in your mind again and again and again? There are 2 to 3 reasons to it. Number one is that this is how we have been taught for all these years. So if it has been ingrained into it, I can call it indoctrination. Agar bachpan se you have been telling the small kid that this is how it is, then when he grows up he will keep on believing that yes, this is the fact, this is the truth. So people have a problem with questioning. So people do not question most of the time. Just because my teacher has told it, you accept that to be true because the teacher has told it. But have you ever questioned that particular concept, that is that true, yes or not? Now, as Shabnam told, look at the natural way of learning any particular language. You move to maybe some other part of the country. If you are staying in Jharkhand, maybe move to Gujarat. If you're staying in Gujarat, move to Maharashtra. And if you just keep on observing the language, maybe interacting a little bit with the other people, there are so many people who can learn the language very very fast. And how do they do it? They have not read the grammar book, they have not read the vocabulary. Just by interacting, just by practical approach, they start speaking. Now, coming back to the grammar part of it. Now, whoever asked this question, Dhananjay, I guess, if I give you an opportunity right now to speak in your mother tongue, maybe you can speak for 1 hour non-stop. If I give you a very simple topic, that speak about something good about your mother, in your mother tongue, you will be able to speak for 1 hour. But tell me something, will you be saying all these sentences in the proper Hindi part of it, proper Vyakaran part of it, proper grammar part of it? I don't think so. It's not possible that you score 100 out of 100 in your grammar of your mother tongue, which you have been learning and speaking for the last 10, 20 years of your life. So if that is not true for your mother tongue, then why do you want it for the English part of it? Because the point over here that we follow, the rule that we follow is 85% rule. So we are not looking here for perfection as of now. Grammar is the cherry on the cake. Grammar is not the cake. So first build the fluency, first build the communication, and grammar will come automatically. We have given you so many examples. Once upon a dash was an example. You automatically filled it. As Shabnam ma'am told, when you get exposed to the language for a certain period of time, you tend to understand the pattern, the structure of that particular language. And then grammar comes automatically, indirectly through that. So our idea is, if you get exposed, if you read 100 books of English, if you go to multiple number of websites and keep on noting down those points that we are making you do in the 21-day journey, if you listen to a lot of YouTubers, right now when you're listening to me, most of the sentences that I'm speaking are grammatically correct because I have learned grammar directly or indirectly from somewhere. So when you're listening to me, you're again learning grammar. And your brain, I told you, is a super duper computer. It's maybe 1,000 times better than the world's best computer, your brain. So right now when I'm speaking, your brain is storing all these important trends, important structures, important patterns. So you need not work very hard. So don't get fussy about the grammar part of it. Grammar will come naturally to you in a very, very indirect way, provided you are opening your eyes and ears. But if you're following the same old, the old school method, the fastidious method, it is going to get difficult because then you will start thinking about all those rules. Now, talking about past, present, and future, again, it will come automatically. A little bit of understanding is required, but it will come automatically to you if you just keep on getting exposed to the language. I know it's very difficult for me to convince anybody, and I know it's very challenging for MMDC to convince the entire of India that yes, it is possible without grammar. But look at the success stories. There are so many success stories. So maybe if you're not getting convinced, maybe get convinced by the success stories that we are creating. That yes, it is possible for many of us to speak fluently and confident with little bit of grammar errors. Yes, our learners are making it, even some of the accountability partners and experts are making some kind of errors, but I think that is okay as long as you are speaking fluently, as long as it is helping you crack interviews. you know so many of the learners, one person, Subhashish, gave me a call. He cleared an interview of 15 lakh rupees. The one more learner cleared his college placements of 4 lakh rupees. So as long as it is serving the purpose, I think that is more than enough to and let us not be very, very particular and finicky about that. Finicky is the word about language, about grammar, and about those things which do not matter at the end of the day. If you're giving a competition exam, maybe you require grammar 100%. But otherwise, in the normal conversations, everybody makes a lot of mistakes in the grammar. Not a lot, but definitely, which is if a grammar teacher was sitting in front of me, she would have found out 100 mistakes in the way I have been speaking for the last 15 minutes. 100 mistakes. But that is a grammar teacher. That is her way of looking at it. So let us not get particular. Let us not get that perfection oriented. Let us not become Amir Khan of our life, that we want to do everything very perfectly. I'm okay with 85%. Maybe you are interested in grammar, take it to 90%, but do not be obsessed about it. Do not be totally into it, because grammar is not solving a very big problem. It's in fact complicating, it's delaying your fluency. So I think for fluency, you have to compromise grammar a little bit. Okay, Yamshi, over to you.
Okay, sir. So next question is asking by our new learner. Yogesh sir is asking that my mind goes blank while speaking on camera. So for this question, I would request Gaurav sir to answer this question.
Actually, why blank? Because the first time it's difficult for everybody. Okay, they will, because in my experience, when I start my first video, I also very nervous and fear is also there. So you have to control your fear and you have to do. Don't think that much it is good or bad. Whatever it's, you have thought, whatever you have some sentence, you can try. No other option, because you have to try. If any error is also there, it will rectify day by day. One day nothing will happen. So why it's blank? I think some word bank is missing. Means I think they have to read a newspaper every day, 15-20 minutes. So what will happen in newspaper? Simple word sentence are there. So his vocabulary will be improved. So reading newspaper in a week, so this problem will be solved. Because so many topics are there na, in newspaper, business, entertainment, and some story also came, some incident also came. So try this method and be positive. And don't think negative, be positive, and day by day it will grow. Okay, one day it will not grow. Be positive and start the action. This is my suggestion according to my experience.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And Yogesh sir, I hope you got your answer. So moving to next question now. Khaspa sir is asking that can MDC process help us to be interview ready person? If yes, then how? So, Shabnam ma'am, please answer this question. Shabnam ma'am, are you there?
I think Sujal wants to answer that question, Yamshi.
Okay, yes, sir.
Hello, I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So the basically question is how MMDC is helpful for your interviews, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. So basically in MMDC, we are having 9:15 meets. We they ask us to do some summary of video. Okay. So in 9:15 meets, you get a platform. Means in interview, you are not sitting in front of a one person. Okay. It may be two, it may be three, but it never be a one person. So you will for meet 9:15 meet, because of 9:15 meet you will get the confidence to speak in front of many people. After that, facing the camera, we will say to make video. Why some people are fear about having fear from camera, right? So after facing camera, after facing 5 videos, 10 videos, you probably found that your English has been very improved. Like Ramchi Haina ma'am has said, you just compare your 7 video to your 14th videos, like that. So you do that. That also helps to boost your confidence. After that, summarization. Summarization is all you need. That like some people having problem that they are not saying that the words are not coming in his or her mind. So that problem also solved when you do summary na. You will just type, like you are just thinking and writing that, okay, that the word, that the line, the sentence I can use, the word this I can use, that I can use. So that more ideas you will get, more word you will get through that. So these type of things will if I compared all, is like a puzzle. Okay, if I make that puzzle, it's a, or I separate all the part of the puzzle, then it will make us a very big platform. Like MMDC is a very good platform to go for interview, prepare for interview, right? I hope I answered.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for your answer.
Sir,
Yes,
Yamshi ma'am, I want to tell that there
yes,
are
please.
so many questions in the chat box which are left now, but we are running short of time. But don't worry, you will get your answers by our experts maybe tomorrow on call. So you will get your answer there. And yes, so over to you, Yamshi ma'am. Your vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for this opportunity again. So, thank you everyone for attending this doubt session class. You all have joined today's meeting for solving your doubts. I hope you all got your answers from our leaders. I hope too that you all are satisfied now. And thank you so much, leaders, Hina ma'am, Sujal sir, Shabnam ma'am, Vikas sir, Gaurav sir, for helping and thank you for solving the problems of our learners. We are very grateful that we have leaders like you, and thank you for supporting our learners always. And thank you, Amish sir, for your answers as well, sir. Thank you for giving us this platform where anyone can speak fluent English in just 21 days. Lastly, I just want to say that you all are learning today, but if you make yourself 1% better every day, you will leading tomorrow for sure. Thank you, everyone.
So thank you, Yamshi ma'am, for the vote of thanks. And now we will meet tomorrow on Sunday. Tomorrow we have a very interesting agenda. That is an interview of Sangeeta ma'am. She has completed her 21 day, and tomorrow she will share her journey. So thank you so much, everybody. See you tomorrow, same place, same time. Thank you so much.